We are nearing the end of this fantastical story about a world conquered by heroes. Kind of like X-Men Civil War, but this one they had no opposition because their abilities were just too freaking OP. No one could stand against them. I'm going to give you a quick reminder though. Please subscribe and like my videos because that helps me grow and it lets me know what you guys like. I would really appreciate it if you could join the family. Thank you. Now let's get into it. We continue this story with finding out that Skyfox himself was still alive and somewhere in Russia. So his family went to pay him a visit. With one quick jump, they were right next to the building and they were all tense. Not only was he a first generation hero, not only was he super powerful, but he was also the father and the creator of the jump magic stick. So he was pretty important and intimidating. It got so bad, his son had to ask him, "Are you sure your father is going to join us?" He couldn't answer that because it's been years. His father left his life so long ago. So his only hope was just to reconnect right now. With the help of his super powerful wife, she pried the door open like candy and stepped foot inside it. But she made a note that there was no single security in this place. This place was abandoned. She made a point asking, why the hell isn't there security in this place? But he made it clear it's his dad. He's an original superhero. He doesn't need any security. He can handle anything himself. And then they heard it. They heard a speaker. Matter of fact, they heard a television. Someone was watching TV, but just not any program. This was the conviction, like the public conviction of Skyfox himself. He was watching his own trial. Why, you may ask? To fuel his hate. This was what the world, the place he chose to protect, did to him. This should have been a sign that he was not on good terms with the people of America. But his son tried his best to introduce himself. He just looked at his son and was like, "I know who you are. But I need you to understand, I will not be joining your little team." His son asked him why. Why wouldn't you help us? And he just made it clear, because I don't care. His wife found this disrespectful and stepped forward. You don't care that there's a lunatic running your country. He looked at her and replied, "My country? My country? Do you know what this country did to me? Do you know what this country made me become?" Shorty was confused. Made you become? I thought it was because of a woman you became evil. He laughed. A woman? Yes, it hurt, but that didn't make me become evil. I became evil for my country. I saw the poor becoming poorer and the rich becoming richer. I stood up for the little guy. And what did they do? What did the hero community do? They attacked me. Every single hero on the roster found out that I was trying to stop the banking system, found out I was trying to feed the hungry, and stood against me. They assembled, they fought me, and they beat me down. I mean, it took 100 of them, but they still beat me down. It was obvious he didn't care about the physical attack. That didn't matter. What mattered was this was televised, and this was done publicly, and the people he was fighting for cheered. The people he was trying to save laughed and were happy when they saw him taking this beating. And that broke him. He decided not to care anymore. He decided to drink his vodka in peace and let everyone burn because he realized people aren't shit. His son looked at him and asked him, "Father, please, I haven't asked you for anything. I need you right now." He looked at his son and said, "No, they do not deserve my help. They deserve to suffer. They deserve what they are getting." But before he could say any more, he is interrupted by someone in the room. His grandson, who he notices has the same level of intellect as he does. This is made apparent because this little boy can understand his notes. And he smiles because he is impressed and he asks him, "How are you so good? I usually hate kids, but I don't hate you." The little boy smiled and told him, "That's because my father didn't abandon me. He was there for me. As soon as he heard this, he busted the door open, saying, "Get out. All of you leave before I get angry." So all of them left because this was a lost cause, and he was left alone in the sadness of his own mind. And it is made apparent that it wasn't just him that was sad, his son was sad as well because he expected more. When he was younger, he asked his adopted mother, "Is my father a hero?" And she couldn't answer. He had always believed his father was a hero. She recollected a story of the day he was brought to her, the day his father called him perfect. Could this possibly be that same man that he looked up to? Could this man really be the hero that he thought he was? Or was he just another big disappointment? We shall see. Back in the headquarters, though, everyone was trying to make up a new plan because little man had a new plan. He had that big ass brain, so you could expect as much. And in the other room, his father was still going through it. He felt alone. But the thing is, he was never alone. She was next to him. She reached into her pockets and pulled out a big chunk of coal. Using her super strength, she pressed it, forming a diamond. And then she got on her knees and made a promise to never leave him and always fight by his side. This was a beautiful moment, and only their son could see because he was watching with his x-ray vision. But they were rudely interrupted when the ship started to bounce. Someone was here. Skyfox was here, back in his old ship. He has decided to stand with his son. He has decided to save humanity one last time. Looking at his grandson, he said, "Nice guilt trip, son." Everyone was glad to see him. Everyone, including his son, because he ran towards him like, "Dad." It was so cute. Instantly, he notices his ship was different. Where is my 3D table? Apparently, someone sold it on eBay. So he decided to make one out of thin air. Like, bruh, his powers are too OP. I need to scale the heroes of this book because they seem like gods to me. When he was done, he told everybody to gather around. His daughter-in-law thanked him for coming back, and he said, "Of course. Now, let's discuss the plan." Because the plan was pretty simple. He is not here to joke around. So we're just going to pull up and beat the absolute dog shit out of every single villain we come across. And that is a promise.